The other night, my boyfriend says to me, you know, summer's almost over. I'm all, la, la. Yeah.
I knew that.
I don't know, I'm not
Really
really
fast.
It's not.
It hasn't been at work yet.
I know. This week.
No. Good. That's what summer's for.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think there's still one more person I'm waiting on. And like when you cross there in the back room on the right, you can help yourself to anything that you like. I need a spot. Let me get your name. Stop that.
Yeah.
Looking at the screen, there's 2 more people I'm waiting to show up, and they're not there yet. So, but we'll start. So, how are you all this morning? Okay. So I have an idea, a plan, but we'll see how it goes. It doesn't always go to plan, but I always like to check in first. Is there any special requests? Needs, wants today, or doesn't want? So my plan is in honor of you two. So my brother's here and his wife Darcy visiting, and they're from Singapore, and so they'll be traveling back soon. And so I was thinking about doing a mandala practice, which is an around the world practice, which means that we move around our mat in all directions. So occasionally the back might be the front. So if you were like, am I facing the wrong way? I'll try to move around the room as well so you can see where I'll be. And so it'll take a little bit more. It's right brain, left brain work. So, but we'll see how it goes, and it's kind of fun. So, yeah, it's always we'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's start seated, right where you want. If you want to sit on a block, you can. If you need a block, you can. And sit up tall in your body. And bring your hands to rest either down or up or in your lap, or you can make a mudra with the hands, bringing fingers to touch in whatever way feels authentic and good to you. Like closing your eyes, go ahead and let your eyes gently close or look downward at a spot on the floor. And just start to bring your attention to the space that you're in. So just start by feeling the ground beneath you. Whatever's touching the earth or the ground, bring your awareness to that sensation. Notice the feeling of the air on your skin or your clothing touching your skin. You don't have to fix anything or change anything, just kind of take note. Bring your attention to your ears and the sounds that you hear. There might be sounds close by or near you, and there might be sounds farther away. And again, you don't have to figure them out or understand them, it's just noticing. The rising of the sound and then the falling away. Bring attention to your eyes if they're closed, just sort of looking at the back of your eyelids or looking through the center of your forehead, whichever feels more appropriate to you. Just notice colors or patterns. Whatever it is you see, if your eyes are open, notice the colors and the textures and the patterns that you see. Just looking with a curiosity, an openness. Noticing your mouth, maybe swallowing or noticing any taste, sensations of tightness. Try to relax your tongue, back of your throat, palate. Just using our senses here to get present. So your whole body here in space, from your skin in, maybe even visualizing the outline of your body here in this room, the other beings near you, even in the virtual realm, this shared space. And notice your breath. You don't have to change it, just take note. How are you showing up right now? Begin with some really gentle movement with your eyes closed, sitting up really tall, like there's a string from the crown of your head pulling you up to the ceiling, and then gently drop the chin towards the chest. And you can slightly start to move the chin side to side if you're trying to scrape your chin across the front of your chest. Excuse me. The movement can get a little bit bigger, maybe bringing an ear over towards the shoulder. And my neck tends to be kind of one of my very challenging, difficult areas where I hold a lot. And so I go very slow. And if you find a spot that you want to pause and lean into and hang out there, you're welcome to. Continue to move a little bit side to side or hold for several breaths on one side. Prefer eyes open, you can gently open them or keep them closed with that inner witness. Just noticing. In a moment I'll turn some music on, but for now just listening to the sounds of the environment, you can hear the cars in a distance. Take another couple breaths, just completing whatever side you're on or going to the other side if you need to balance it out. Then slowly start to bring the head back up to stack it right on top of your spine, drawing the jawbone back slightly and lengthen up like there's a string from the crown to the ceiling. And then you can softly open your eyes here. And we'll come forward to hands and knees. We'll start in tabletop. So from hands and knees, you'll stretch your fingers out on the floor and press the tops of your feet down into the floor, and then drop the belly, lift the chest, moving into cow. You can stretch the eyes up as you look up, and then go the opposite. Tuck the tailbone, the posterior tilt, pull the belly in, push the floor away, arching the upper back. And then do that at your own pace. Start moving in this front to back motion. If it doesn't feel good to include the head in the big, arch, you can just have a more neutral head looking down and moving more from the spine or the tailbone area. Come to neutral. You're going to bring your big toes to touch and your knees slightly apart, and then walk your hands to the left. So they might go diagonal, and then pull the hips back, just opening up along the right side of the body. You can lean in or move a little bit or just hold. And then come back up, and we'll switch sides, so walk the hands to the right. And then start to slowly pull the hips back. You can adjust anything. If anything needs adjusting, you can adjust anything. Maybe drop your head or forehead towards the floor. It may or may not touch. You can lean in a little bit to the left as you expand the left ribs. And then lift up, walk it back to the center. Bring the knees back in under the hips so they come in a little bit. And then take the right leg back behind you, ball of the foot on the floor. Press the heel away. Stretch your toes out. So look to the toes, see if you can stretch even into the pinky toe. And then just rock a little bit front to back. So stretching out the feet. It's for you, Dave. You can rock way forward, getting into the ball of the feet, and then press way back, getting into the Achilles and calf. And then find neutral, where the heel's right above the ball of the foot, and then spin the right foot flat. So if it's challenging to hold your body in one line, the left shin can pivot behind you, but it doesn't have to. And then open the right arm to the sky. Maybe you're all in one line, maybe you have more of a tripod base. And then take the right arm overhead, a palm towards the floor, bicep by your ear. Lift into the right rib cage, lift up. Breathe. Beautiful. And then look down, bring your right hand down to the middle of the mat and swing the right leg around to the front. And then we're coming into a low lunge. So press the hips forward, lift the chest up. Good. And then we'll pull back to a half split variation, toes pointed or foot flexed. And you might want a block or two under your hands here. And then just moving front to back a couple times. And sometimes I like to tuck the back toes and slide the back foot back. You just get to decide how your hamstrings and hips are feeling. Good, we'll take one more round here. Ish, it's always an ish. And then bring it forward, so bend the right knee, but stack the knee right over the right ankle. Now listen carefully, the left shin, back shin, pivots to the right, and then you're gonna come up. And open the arms facing the body to the left. So it's a kneeling warrior two. Great. And then bend into this. You're gonna just press forward and pull back. And if the arms don't like being out, they can be on your hips. And if the back knee doesn't like this, you can pat it. Good. Nice job. And then pulling it back, I'm gonna go face the same direction you all are. You're gonna pull it back and set your left hand down and take the right arm overhead. Pivot the left shin underneath you. So opening that right side again. Good job. So now, right hand to the mat, to the middle of the mat. Bring the right leg around to the front. Same thing, but back side of the room. Press the hips forward. So low lunge. Right foot steps forward by the right hand. Good. Press the hips forward, lift the heart. And then pull it back, half splits. Maybe you flex the right foot. You can bring the blocks with you if you need them. Maybe one's at the back, one's at the front. Press forward, lift the heart like cow. Maybe stretch the eyes up. And then as you pull back, you round in like cat. Pull the belly in. One more time, rock it forward, lift the heart. Stretch the eyes up. And then pull it back, flex the foot. And then find neutral, pivot the left shin underneath you. And then kneeling warrior two, facing the left side of the room. Arms out or hands at the hips. And you can always adjust the stance. And then lean in a little bit. This is inner thigh. And pull it back out. And then lean in. And you find the right amount. Good, Jan, and pull it out. Good, one more time. Just kind of lean in, feel that gentle stretch. Keep nudging the right knee right. Good, Julia. And then bring it back up. Left hand down. One more time. Pivot the left shin underneath you. Right arm overhead. Open that right side. So a modified side plank is what it is. Yes. Good, Pam. And then hands to the mat. Bring the right knee next to the left and sit back in child's pose. Hips to heels, forehead to the floor. Take a couple of breaths, soften the forearms, relax between the shoulder blades, or whatever you need. Any placement of the arm, if you're taking care of something in your body, really, I give you permission to take care of it. And then gently come back up to table. So you'll bring the knees in again. And take the left leg back. Ball of the foot on the floor, check your toes, stretch into the pinky toes, press the heel away. And then maybe rock forward in that big stretch through the toes and back. And if it doesn't work in your body for whatever reason, you don't have to go so far. You're in charge. Good, and then from here, it's that modified side plank. So pivot the left foot flat. Maybe the right shin goes behind you for stability or not, and open to the left. So side plank, right knee down, left, good. Use the blocks, and then left arm can come overhead, bicep by your ear, and reach, reach, reach. Maybe even diagonally to the right a tiny bit. And then look down, bring your left hand to the middle of the mat and swing the left leg around to the front. And then you can frame the foot with hands, or they can stay on the inside or on blocks. Press the hips forward, lift the chest. And then pull it back. Maybe you flex the foot. It's not a have to. Toes can be pointed as well. And then come forward, drop the hips, lift the heart. And pull it back, feeling into that left hamstring and back body. One more time, rock it forward, drop the hips, lift, nice job, and pull it back. And then kneeling warrior two, so bend the left knee to that right angle, pivot the right shin underneath you facing the right side of the room. And I sometimes like to toe heel my right foot right. I don't like it directly out from the hip. I like it a little forward. Then you can bend it. I get a better opening, not all in one line. Play with it. And just moving forward and back. If your body allows, sinking in. Good. One more time. Just moving to like little edges. And then bringing it back up, right hand goes down to the back of the mat, left foot spins flat, pivot that right shin back underneath you, left arm overhead, that side plank reach. We're going to do the whole thing now facing the back. Left hand down to the middle of the back of your mat, swing the left leg around. So we're stepping the left foot basically forward, but to the back. And then drop the hips, lift the heart, inhale. And pull it back, maybe flexing the foot. Just finding this gentle rocking motion, moving with breath. Kind of creating an impact or effect on the connective tissue as well as muscles and tendons, just in this easeful movement. One more time. Or you can hold if that feels good. And then kneeling warrior two, pivot the right shin under one more time. So we're facing that left and open it up. And then you can lean in and hold, or you can move a little front to back. Arms can be down at the hips if that feels better in your body. Good job. And then next time you come back, set the right hand down. Left foot spins flat, toes point to the right. Pivot the right shin underneath you, arm overhead, open that left side, that modified side plank. Right hand is the base. We're back at the front-ish. And then hands down, come to hands and knees. And sit back into child's pose. Arms of your choice. You can make a pillow out of the forearms, or arms can be extended or draped by your side. Nice, Trista. Good, Darcy.
Being me a lizard.
Good, and then from here, we'll come up to hands and knees. Sorry, I'm gonna make it quiet. And then tuck your toes under. And we're gonna walk the hands back to the knees and press up to your feet. So it's a forward fold at the back of your mat. And then catch your elbows and maybe add a small sway or a little shake like a salt shaker, or nod your head yes and no. You release your hands softly to the mat. Good, and then bend the knees and roll yourself up to stand. Good. Then take the arms and sweep them up overhead. And then turn your right palm to face right. And circle the wrist with the left hand. And stretch up and over to the left. We'll turn of the heart towards the ceiling. And then come back to center and switch sides. Left palm turns left. Circle the wrist and stretch up and over to the right. Good. And then come back to center, reach up. And then bring your hands to your heart and then down by your sides. We're going to take a walk to the front of your mat. Good. All right. You're going to inhale and sweep the arms up. We'll move through a modified sun salutation. Exhale, bend the knees and gently fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, lift and lengthen the spine, or fingers to floor. And then hands to the mat and step your right foot back, and then step your left foot back to meet the right. And then set your knees down, so knees to the floor. And then we're gonna bring the chest and chin down, keeping the hips up. So you kind of dive the chest and chin down, and then slide forward onto the belly. Good job, or however you wanna get there. Good job, Dan. Point your toes, hands stay by the sides, lift up to a low cobra. So only as high as you might be able to float your hands. So we're not pushing up into the back here, we're strengthening. Nice. And then lower it down. You'll find your way to hands and knees. So it might be forearms you press up, or it might be hands up to hands and knees. And then downward dog or child's pose, you choose. Come into downward dog, you might pedal the legs or move a little bit. Or child's pose, you can wag your tail. Good, and then inhale. Exhale, look forward and bring your feet forward on your mat. It can be a walk or a hop or a tiptoe towards the front. Halfway lift, hands to shins or fingers to floor. Exhale and fold, let the head drop. Inhale, rise to the top, extended mountain, arms to the sky. And exhale, hands to the heart. We'll do that again. Inhale, circle it up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees as much as your body needs. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back, and then the right foot to meet it. Knees, chest and chin, or however else you want to move. It could be cow and cat if you don't want to lower. Come up to low cobra. Hold it for a breath. Good, and then lower down, tuck the toes, press to hands and knees, or plank, and downward facing dog. And breathe here. And one more breath. And then look forward and walk, hop, or tiptoe towards the front. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Whichever foot you want. High plank. Step back, and then knees, chest and chin, or low plank, or cow and cat, cobra, or maybe upward dog, coming up a little higher. And then downward facing dog, you can press the plank or use your knees and breathe. heels, bend your knees, look forward, and walk, hop or tiptoe to the front. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, rise, press down and go all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart, and then arms down by your side. So palms are gonna come forward here, so that's our mountain pose. And then switch the palms to be back, and sweep them back and try to interlace the hands. So you'll bend the elbows to clasp, and then see if you can press the knuckles down, lift the heart up, and bend the knees, and fold all the way forward. Good. Keep drawing the shoulder blades together onto the back, arms extend. Good, and then release the hands to the sacrum and softly let them fall towards the floor. Good job, halfway lift. And then step your left foot back. And we're gonna try to come up into a high crescent lunge. So from here, you kind of hug the feet towards each other, float the fingers, and then sweep the arms up overhead. And if you need the back knee down for support, that's fine. And then hook your thumbs above your head and lift up and draw the shoulder blades together and down. So it's like opening the front of the body, finding stability at the back of the body. Good, and then bring the hands to the heart. And we're gonna lean forward and take a twist to the right. So the left elbow goes to the right thigh. Palms press together as you gently revolve. And it's fine to have the left hand at a block or left hand at the floor also. If you'd like to open the arms here, go ahead and open and expand. Good, on your inhale, we're gonna unwind, come up and around and face the left side of the room. Turn your feet to parallel. Good, and then hands on your hips, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, exhale as you fold in. Your hands can come to the floor or to your ankles. Good job, and then lift to a flat back. Bring your hands to your hips and come all the way up to stand. Now listen carefully. Left toes turn left for warrior two. You'll bend into the left knee. Open the arms so they're parallel to the floor. And pause and hold. Good. Turn the left palm to the sky. Reverse your warrior. Right hand to right leg. Lift the left hand up and a little bit to the right. So that side body opening. Left knee keeps nudging to the left. Good. And then cartwheel your hands down to frame the left foot. So we're facing the back of the room. Lift the right heel. Good job. Plant the right palm flat and open the left arm to the sky. Twist, lunge, twist. Good. Stay for one more breath. And then bring the left hand down. Step the right foot to meet the left. Step forward, halfway lift. Forward fold. Bend both knees, chair pose. Sit low, reach high. I know we're facing backwards. You got this. Knees are listening. And then stand up. Reach your arms up high. Sweep your arms down behind the back. Interlace your hands. Take the knuckles down. Lift the chest up. Bend the knees. Forward fold. If that doesn't work for your shoulders, you can hold on to the forearms at your back. Let the hands gently release to the back and to the floor. Halfway lift. We're going to do the same side again. Step the left foot back. High crescent lunge. Sweep the fingers and arms up to the sky. Hook the thumbs. Spread the fingers. Lift the chest up. That big opening to the front of the left hip. Bring your hands to the heart and revolve to the right. Hook the left elbow to the right leg. It's okay to drop the back knee down if you like. Press the palms together as you gently twist the torso to the right. Back leg strong and connected, grounded and steady. Your next inhale, come up and around, facing the left long edge of the mat, feet to parallel. Hands to hips and bow forward. Nice job. Hands of your choice. You might want the palms flat. You might want to hold your ankles. You might want to walk the arms forward or backwards. You might want to move side to side, moving into that skater variation, feeling into your inner thighs. Good, and then lift to a flat back. Bring your hands to your hips. Come on up. Turn the left toes to the front. Warrior two. You're nudging that left knee left. I often adjust my feet over and over again, just finding an alignment that feels best. Flip the left palm up. First the warrior, go back, knee right. And then cartwheel the hands to the mat to frame the left foot. Lift the right heel. And left arm to the sky. Right palm flat, little twist to the left. Good, left hand down. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. Halfway lift, find some length and space. Forward fold, dive down. Bend both knees, sit low, reach high. Chair pose, it's a brief stop. And then stand up tall. Then we'll bring the hands to the heart and pause. So now you know where we're going. The whole other side. But just pause here for a moment. All right. Inhale, take your arms up. And then we'll bring them down behind you to interlace and try to do with the opposite thumb on front. We can get the opposite one. Knuckles down, chest up. And go ahead, fold forward. Good. I love seeing all the variations. Just be where you are in your body today. Feel both feet on the floor, stretching the toes out. And then hands to the back. Very softly release them to the mat. Half lift, inhale. Step the right foot back. Find your feet. Reach up, high crescent lunge. Hook your thumbs at the fingers, lift the heart. Bring your hands together at the heart. Take a twist to the left, right elbow to left leg, or right hand to the floor. So stability through the lower body, revolving from the belly button. Nice job, everybody. One more breath. And then unwind to your wide leg forward fold. So you can come down or up first, and then fold. However you want to move is just fine. You want to move a little side to side, adding in that inner thigh stretch or hands to the floor. Some people like to get inverted here, headstand. Good, and then finding center, lift to a flat back, hands to hips, come on up. Right toes turn right for warrior two. You can adjust the stance if you want a longer stance, a shorter stance. Flip the right palm up, reverse your warrior, lean left. Feel the side body opening. And then cartwheel the hands down to frame the right foot, lift the left heel, plant the left hand, revolve open to the right. It's okay to lean into this a little. It's a different twist than the other version. And then hands down and step forward. Left foot meets the right, the back of the mat. Halfway lift, find some length and space. Forward fold, dive in, let the head drop. Chair pose, sit low, reach high, a new view again. Into the Coca-Cola truck here apparently. Sit low, and then stand high, reach up. Swim the arms behind the back. We'll interlace the hands, try that awkward way again. Knuckles down, chest up. Bend the knees as much as you need, fold in. You can straighten the legs once you get there, or straighten-ish. Let the head be really relaxed. And then hands to the back. Softly release them down to the mat. Halfway lift here. Right foot steps back again. Find your feet. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Hook your thumbs for a moment. Stretch the fingers, lift the heart. Balance and breath. And then hands to heart center, revolve left. Right elbow to left leg, or right hand to the floor for that more open version. Keep that back leg strong. Lift the right hamstring towards the ceiling. Good. Open the arms. Nice to yeah. And opening up to wide leg forward fold, facing the long right edge of the mat, feet to parallel, and bow forward. And then you can add movement or stillness, right? You can land in the forward fold, and the nectar flow to the brain. Or movement, feeling into the inner thighs, the hips, hamstrings, low back. And lift to a flat back. Bring your hands to your hips, come all the way to stand, and then right toes turn right. This is the end of it. Warrior two, or a kneeling warrior two, Jennifer, or whatever. I love your movement. You're perfect. I love it, your foot. I got it. Plantar still, huh? And then flip the right palm up, reverse. Lean left. Open that right side. I love that you're here, even though you can't be on your feet. I love it. Good. Nice job. And then bring the hands down to frame that front foot. The right foot, lift the back heel. Revolve the right arm up towards the ceiling. And kind of lean into it. Lean into it. You can lean back and send the right knee a little right if you like. Just play with it. Yeah, good. And then hand down, right hand down. Step the back foot to meet the front. Halfway lift. Forward fold. The head release. Bend your knees. Chair pose. It's our final chair. Sit low. Reach high. Weight in the heels. Stretch the toes out on the mat. And then stand up tall. And bring your hands to heart center. Good. And then mountain pose, arms down. How we doing? All right, let's come into tree pose to get back to that still point. So left leg will be your base. You're gonna bring the right foot up somewhere on the left leg. It could be heel to ankle, or foot to calf, or foot higher on the leg. Just find that gentle press to the center. Hands of your choice. So it doesn't matter how high it goes. Lower sometimes feels just more stable. You can reach the arms up. If you like that hooking of the thumbs, you're welcome to hook the thumbs. The shoulder blades together and down the back. Starts from the feet. Good job. And then returning to mountain pose. And switch sides. Right foot's the base. Lift the left. So stretch the toes. Find your center. Hug in. Foot of your choice on where the placement is. Try and easy. Arms can reach up, or even cactus. The eyes can look down for more stability or groundedness, or look up for more possibility. Maybe even leaning back a little. And And then returning to mountain pose, 2 feet on the mat. Take a couple shoulder rolls, wiggle around. Good. And then inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Step it back, high plank. You can take knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga, lower, halfway. Cobra, or upward dog, or cow and cat, or sphinx on the forearms. And then downward dog, or maybe even child's pose here. And then bring the knees down to the mat. Let's all meet in child's pose. So knees wide if that feels comfortable, hips to heels, arms of your choice. And then slowly roll it up. And we're gonna have a seat on the mat facing the long left edge of your mat. So you're gonna turn to face the long left edge. I'm just gonna go this way for now. And so the right knee will bend and face the front of the mat, and the left leg will extend like a straddle. Good. And I'm gonna turn this way now. So we're trying to sit on both sitting bones, right knee bent and the heel drawn in, left leg extending. And then we're just leaning to the left. So if you want, you can use a block on the inside of the left leg, rest your elbow on it and your head on your fist. Or you don't need to use a block, the arm might come to the inner thigh instead. And then the right arm can go up or over, reaching for the left foot, or it can wrap behind your back, resting at the low back or reaching into the top of the left thigh. Maybe let the head drop, just kind of opening up that right side of the body. I'm going to turn the lights down as you hold this and breathe. Your hand can also be support for your head if you prefer. Keep rolling the left lung underneath you. Good, and then from here, you're actually going to roll the right side of the body down now to face that left leg. So as much as you can, you're going to try to face the left leg, and I usually bring my right leg in a little. And then you're either holding the left foot with one or both hands, and you might even cross your hands at the wrists. So the right hand holds the left pinky edge of the foot, the left hand holds the right instep. Or if you don't get that low, it's okay. You're gonna keep rolling the right lung towards the left leg. Imagine resting your forehead on your shin, or maybe you are. Taking some long, slow, deep breaths here. Balancing out effort and ease. Good, and then you're slowly gonna make your way up. And then I want you to take a look at where your body is in space and see if you can bring that right knee to point forward towards the front edge of the mat. Bring the left leg around and it goes over the right. So it's called cow face pose. And if this doesn't feel good in your body, you can straighten the right leg out in front instead and then stack the left leg on top. Good, Teresa, perfect. So you're trying to bring that left foot towards the right hip. Yep. And then if your knees are stacked, Ideally, the heels are on one line and the knees are stacked on top of each other, but there's no, we're not living in this ideal world. We're living in real world, so wherever you are is perfect. And then we're going to, wherever you are, so the right leg's on the bottom, so your left hand will move to the left, and the right arm goes up and slightly over. So you can bend the left elbow, maybe the forearm touches the ground, maybe it's moving towards, maybe it's nowhere near. You just can lean and open. And the right hand might support the head or drape. Just opening the side of the body again. Just do the best you can. If you need to straighten the bottom leg, you can. Or if you're just, yes, perfect. Good job. From there, we'll come back up. Now we're going forward. So you're just gonna walk your hands out in front of you and start to drape your body over the front leg or legs. And if you get low enough, you can rest a cheek on your top knee. And if that bottom leg is straight, you'll really feel that hamstring. The top leg acts like a sandbag to hold it down, and just breathe into whatever the sensations are. You're trying to be the witness where you don't have to analyze or judge or understand or figure anything out. You just get to be and let. And breathe. And very slowly walk yourself back up. And we're gonna unwind the legs, bring both feet to the floor and try to get the sitting bones equal. And then you're gonna hold on behind the leg, so boat pose. We're gonna rock back a little bit till you start to feel the core center of the body. And then maybe pick one leg up, so shin parallel, then the other leg up. And then maybe reach one arm forward and the other. And I like to keep trying to bring my thigh bones towards my chest. That's where I really feel the core and the deep hip flexors. If you'd like, you're welcome to straighten the legs. It's not a have to. Good. See if the shoulders can stay back a little. A string from the sternum to the sky. Last 5 seconds. I dreamt yoga last night, which I don't usually, and in my dream, all my students were telling me I don't do enough core work. There's not enough stability in the practice. So I'm like, I guess I have to do some more. Okay, bring your feet down. And then walk your feet to the right. So the left knee will stay forward, right leg swings back. So now we're facing the right long edge of the mat. In that straddle, like a straddle seat with the left knee bent. And then if you want to use your block, it'll go to the inside of the right leg. You can bring your elbow to the block, and then make a fist and rest your right side of your head on your right fist. And then the left arm can go up and over. Some of you may be able to catch your foot with one or both hands. The other option is left arm behind the back, searching for the top of the right thigh or the right side of the lower back. You can really maybe breathe into the left side of the neck and the shoulder there. And I have such a different experience right to left in my body in these side body stretches, and you might too. And my tendency is to start analyzing. Why? What am I doing? What's happening? And that's not your job. Your job here is to feel and breathe and be with the sensations in a compassionate, loving way. You don't have to judge or figure it out or fix it or change it. One of the powerful pieces of this practice is just being the witness to your own experience. Using your senses to notice. here, you start to fold over the right leg. So we'll just turn the body now to face the right. You might bring the left leg in a little. And then start to find that forward fold over the right leg. This might be a big stretch around that left sacroiliac joint where the sacrum meets the pelvis. So the left butt cheek area, high butt cheek area, and lower back. Be a big stretch. Keep rolling your left lung or left side of the body towards the right thigh. So there's a little twist towards the right leg. Good job. Maybe the forehead rests on the knee or shin. Maybe you're holding the foot or crossing at the wrists to give a little pull. Notice if your breath is only in the front side of the body. If it's like you can't get a full breath, that means you're only breathing in the front side. I want you to try to breathe into the back side of the lungs. The majority of your lung tissue is actually on the back of the body. So the more we can sort of feel that expansion of the rib cage at the back, the more proficient our breathing will be. Okay, come up slowly. Now we're going to take that left knee and point it back towards the front middle of your mat, and then bring the right leg over the left. Or you straighten the left leg out right in front, and then the right leg comes over to stack. And that might be where you start. This way. Yep, that way. And then you can bend the knee under again if you like. Okay, sitting up tall, we're opening the left side now. So right arm walks to the right, in line with the sitting bone, but away from the body. Left arm goes up and over. Bend the right elbow, gently push the floor to the right as you lean in and open that left side. And you might want to support the head. It's fine to hold the head, back of the head with the hands. It's okay to have that bottom leg straight. It's okay to be in a simple cross-legged position too. That works well. All right, come on up, and then we go forward. So whatever position you're in, you start to lean forward. It could be simple cross-legged, or right leg, or bottom leg, left leg extended, or stay in this cow face. If you don't feel anything, you can always adjust the heels to one line and try to stack the top knee on the bottom. Breathe to the outer hips, sacrum, low back. Maybe you feel it in the back of the neck. Wherever the sensation is, you direct your breath. Try to be the witness, not getting caught in a reaction. When we have more of that witness space, then we tend to have more permission to shift or change as needed. There's no have to, there's no right pose. You just get to be where you are. Okay, slowly and gently unwind. We'll just unwind the legs, take them out, and let them move a little bit in and out. And then you'll bring a block with you if you have it, and if you don't, that's okay. And we're going to come down onto our back. So you can roll down slowly. If you have the block, I might put you in. You'll take a hips on a block. So you'll bring the block under the pelvis and take your feet, there you go, in the room on the right. Yep, there you go. Block under the pelvis, and then you can keep that block maybe low, not so high, and then take your feet to the sky. So it's a waterfall pose. One's great for great for releasing any tightness, tension, swelling, soreness in the lower body. Feet, ankles, calves, knees, legs, and hips. You're going to feel this sensation of this kind of downward flow. So our circulatory system, with the blood flowing through the body, relies on these valves in our veins, right, to pump the blood from the feet up. And sometimes it's inefficient, or sometimes we have inflammation. This is a way to help the blood return from the lower part of the body to the heart to be circulated and oxygenated with ease, right? We're assisting the body, we're reversing the flow. It might create a sensation of like a wave of kind of calm comes over the body as the nervous system relaxes into the ease of this pose. The hamstrings are really tight. It's okay to bend the knees slightly. Just a couple more breaths, not many. Bend the knees, bring the feet back to the floor. You'll slide the block out from underneath you. We're going to take a final twist here. So extend the left leg long, draw the right knee in, maybe give it a squeeze, and then hold it in your left hand as you cross it over your body. And the right arm reaches right, elbow and shoulder stays on the floor, wrist on the floor. Imagine that your body's like a heavy wet towel and you're just rinsing it out to lighten up. Back through center, we'll switch sides. Right leg extends long, left knee hugs into the chest. Hold it in your right hand, cross it over your body. Extend the left arm out if that's comfortable. If not, you can keep the hand on your waist. Breathe into the space. And all the sounds, it's all part of right now. Come back onto your back and just bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart, reclining butterfly. You can rest your hands on your belly. That was my dream, was about this center part of our body being neglected. Our gut, our abdomen, our the immune system, the seat of our immunity, sending some love into your belly, under your hands, passion. And then go ahead and straighten your legs, coming into Shavasana. Send the legs out, arms could be by your side, or if you want to keep the feet together, that's fine too. And just finding rest. Find rest here. Just kind of bring your awareness to the floor beneath you, the support that you have that allows you to rest. Notice sounds and figure them out or know what they are. Just notice. Some colors or textures or patterns of light playing on the backs of your eyelids or the center of your forehead. Swallow and relax your tongue in your mouth. Just create a little bit more ease through the throat and jaw. Okay. Noticing what it feels like to allow yourself to relax and rest. Bring your awareness to your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes back into your physical body. Then you bend your knees and roll to a comfortable side. You can make a pillow out of your arm to rest here on the side. The yoga practice has kind of this beginning, middle, and end, and then we get reborn again. This is like kind of that rebirth, carrying with you, this sacredness of this practice. Gently come up to sitting and keep your eyes closed, just holding close to you this experience, this time with yourself. And bring the palms of your hands to touch and bring your thumbs to your heart space. And here you really just get to acknowledge you. And lift the thumbs to the forehead center and start to bring our awareness out to others. And so the light in me sees and recognizes the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning and going around the world.
That was good.
Good job. Kind of fun.
Yeah.
And thank you all at home. Have an amazing day. Bye, Carol. Bye, Jennifer. Bye, Fanny.
Bye, thank you.
Bye, Kathy.
Thanks.
Bye, Pam.
Lisa, are you still recording these sessions and posting them?
I am. I haven't been good about posting them, but I'll get back to it.
This is a particularly good one. My feet were not cooperating today.
No
I'd like to
problem.
come back to it.
Yeah, come back to it. Okay, I'll make an effort to get it out there.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye.